First time I ever ran into Soothe was through some studio guys that I know locally who had been using it a bunch. So, once I kind of got a sense of what was going on with it, I was like, woo, well, we could use that thing in live sound.
If you're trying to describe what does Soothe do to someone, simple example that we would all know is, a Telecaster and a Fender Twin, and it takes off and bites your ear off. You set Soothe on it, set your depth, and you kind of forget about it. And when Soothe's working, you're not hearing it.
Having using Soothe means I do less subtractive mixing and less work for the compressors. It worked a treat from the get-go, never had any problems, and it just got better with every release.
As soon as I started using it in some production rehearsals, I felt really confident with it. I had a few weeks testing it initially before we went out on the road. Yeah, once I used it on the first show, which I think at that point was in Chicago, I had some really great results with it and used it for the whole rest of that run.
Every day after line check, I was using the plugin, try to overuse it and see if I can make it, get to crash, whatever. I couldn't, and after 2 weeks or 3 weeks into the tour, it's like, all right, I'm gonna use it.
With the Rufus show obviously being so electronically based, the kick sequence that plays a really integral part with just the kind of the gluing of the show. And I found that Soothe really had the best interplay and impact between the instrumentation and the kick sequencer.
And also on the DJ, which was interesting, because he played some quite extreme stuff, like 50s Latin records and things like that have some pretty crazy percussion stuff on and things. And I'd quite often watch the Soothe while he was playing and be thinking, wow, I'm really glad that isn't 10 or 12 dB louder than it is. So yeah, the Soothe really seemed to kind of, going across a load of different records and, obviously different genres and stuff like that, it did seem to just do a thing of leveling stuff out and making it sound nice.
I feel like Soothe is one of those game changer things, almost as big of a deal as virtual sound checking was. It changed the game for us so much that you got better at everything you did, and Soothe is one of those things. It did that in the studio world, so there's no reason why it's not gonna have the same effect on us in the live world.